Welcome to the Day Tradester. This is a channel where I record my trading every day and I go over my process on how I buy and sell stocks. For today, I hope I do all right. I've got a pretty bad headache, not like a migraine. I feel for any of you who get migraines out there. I don't think I've ever had one in my life, but I do have a pretty bad headache. And with that, let's get right to it. Well, here we are, Friday afternoon. We are here after the Jerome Powell's Fed speech. His speech was quite dovish. So, as I was saying yesterday, as I said yesterday, we had 5 days of downward movement, and depending on what Fed Chair Powell would say, it can go bigly in one direction or bigly in the opposite direction. And here we went bigly in the up direction. So much so that today's move wiped out all of the losses. And not only that, we reached an all-time high today on the S&P 500. So if you're in the markets, everything that you lost over the last 5 days, you have gotten back. For those of you that are in the markets long term and don't swing trade or day trade as I do. So everything in the Fed report and in Jerome Powell's speech today was everything that investors and traders wanted to hear. Thus, we have this very strong movement upward today. Now, with the movement up, we don't have any, well, we've only have one stock that hit a sell trigger. Sell triggers are hit when prices of our individual stocks are going down, and most of our stocks are going down when the S&P 500 is going down as well, which is why over the last several days, we had some stocks to sell because they hit our triggers. The only stock that we have to look at today that actually hit a sell trigger and sent us an alert is Costco. And we had price move across yesterday, our fast moving average. We had price move across today, across our slow moving average. Unfortunately, all 4 shares that we own in Costco were purchased higher than the existing price. So we will set a sell order for one of the Costco's. Coming over to our watch list, right click, sell order. We're going to sell one. And we purchased Costco at $980.44. This is the least expensive Costco that we could put a sell order on. So we'll look at the digit in the hundreds place. We'll take 10% of that, which is 90 cents. We will add 90 cents to our 980.44 purchase, and that is 981.34. So $981.34 is our sell order. We have good till canceled and extended hours, confirm and send. And there we have it. There's our one stock that hit a trigger that sent us a price alert or a sell alert. We do have several stocks of the past several days that hit our triggers, and we did not sell because we did not have price continuation. We will look at those. We have MPWR, which is Monolithic Power. They crossed over 2 days ago, and we placed a sell order for one of the shares. We only own 2 shares. They currently are higher than the price that at $853.55 right now. So they're both have a sell order on them. And since I have 2, I'm going to go ahead and cross Monolithic Power off of my list, because even if we get price confirmation on Monday of this changing direction and going up, I will not buy one, because we are on our 1-month chart. If you're new to my channel and you're new to trading, or you're new to these videos, this chart, these are candles, and each candle is 1 day. This is 1 day trading activity or price activity on the candle. But if we go to my 3-year and 1 month, this is 1 month of activity within this stock. So here we are. We would be 3 months, 1 to 3 months ago. But what I wanted to show you is our fast moving average is below our slow moving average. And when our fast moving average is below our slow moving average, I typically do not buy any shares, even if we have price movement like this, because it it's not really the greatest sign. Very often we can have stocks that go up, and then when price action of the fast moving average touches the slow moving average, it could just follow it and then just turn right back around. So we always wait. The most I'll buy of any stock is if we have candles above the fast moving average and we have a good upward trend like this. We have 5 months. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that was a down month, but overall we're looking at 5 months now. Basic upward trend. I might buy one book. I might buy one book of all of the shares that I could get for that particular stock. But we're going to go back to our trading chart. And the next one we're going to look at is 3M. I'm going to cross monolithic power off my list. We won't look at that again until it hits another alert, either buy or sell. So on our previous orders list, we were looking at a possible sell, but with today's move, we don't have to worry about a sell. So we will move on to our last stock that we want to look at of previous triggered stocks is Monster Energy Drink, MNST. And this was a zone we were looking at for the past week or so. We were looking to see if price were to move out of this zone or below it. It has moved below it. We went to earnings about 2 weeks ago. We sold half of our books or half of our shares that we had at the time for a profit. And I've been waiting to see if price were to move out of this zone, I might sell. I typically wait for continuation, but I was thinking maybe I don't want to lose as many of our profits from this move, but I will wait for continuation. Typically, when I have a big move like this, it's quite possible that the exuberance of the sellers today, or for stocks that are going up, the move can just go the opposite direction the next day. So it's quite possible on Monday, statistically and anecdotally through my experience, that price might actually move back up on Monster Energy Drink, and the opposite would be true for many of the stocks that had a huge move today. We might see a little downward move on those particular stocks on Monday that went up today, and even still going up. So we'll leave Monster Energy Drink. We'll wait for continuation. The current 6 shares that I bought at $60.40. We're currently at $62.95. So we're looking at $2.50 per share profit on those shares. So if we do have a downward move on Monday with everything going up so rapidly and the excitement of traders, mainly retail, it's possible that if it does move down more on Monday, it really won't be a huge impact on our profits. Albeit it still will be a negative impact, but I want to hope for the best and price moves back up. So we will not do anything with Monster Energy Drink for today, and that's everything on our sell lists. We do not have any earnings that we have to look at for Monday. No stocks that we own are going to earnings on Monday, so we now can move on to our buy list. Right, now on our buy list, we are going to be taking a look at only a few stocks. We're going to look at the first one, which is Carnival Cruise Lines. We were down. We have a huge move today with Carnival Cruise, but I'm not going to buy. We have price that moved over both averages of our fast line and slow line. So tomorrow I will wait for continuation. Again, it's quite possible that we might get a downward move. And if that happens, then I will need another day to see if we have price continuation and the upward trend. So I don't like to buy the moment that we have price move across the averages or when the averages cross each other. I want to wait until the next day. If we come back and we look back here, we had price move back up across and then it moved down for several days. We come back here, we have price that moved, it was going down, then it moved back up, and then it opened really high following the next day, but then we just had price moving down. Now we had been trading in this range right here since July 3rd. Just been moving just been hanging around this $28 to $31 level for more than a month and a half, and it looks like we finally have a breakout, and that is a good sign. But again, we're going to wait for continuation. I would love to have price confirmation on this move tomorrow. The only other stock that hit a trigger for a purchase is Hilton. We had price move up. Our fast moving average crossed our slow moving average several days ago. I chose not to buy based on the fact that we had Jay Powell releasing information today, and if it had gone against us, we'd be down in the red. Now, we had price move down below our fast moving average yesterday, but we had price move back up today. I am going to consider this a price continuation of the overall move, and plus we have great news from Fed Chair Jerome Powell. And if you're new to my videos, I purchase shares by books. I calculate how many total shares I want for the specific equity in question. This one is Hilton, and then I would divide that by 4, whatever that total is. That total does need to be divisible by 4 because I want an equal amount of shares in each book. And then when the opportunity like this occurs, when we have the fast moving average cross the slow moving average and we have price continuation, I want to max out on my 4 books. So for Hilton, I have 1 share per book. So that's 4 shares. I currently have 1. So we're going to purchase 3 shares of Hilton. We will try this again at 277.6. Well, it took that at 277.51, 9 cents lower than I was about to go to. Excuse me, 9 cents higher than the price I was about to go to. And that's it. That's everything that we have for our sell triggers and our buy triggers that we would look to consider. I'm just trying to get back to my SPY chart, S&P 500. Now, many of the stocks that we had sold, we have candles like this, like possibly you just saw on Hilton. That was a nice big candle. However, it wasn't a stock that we previously sold any stocks on. We'll take a look at a few stocks that we sold yesterday, see how that price action is occurring, how that's happening. So here we are, the triple Qs. We sold several of our stocks the past several days because price was moving down. We had price today. Well, it's a nice big candle. We recaptured everything that we lost the past 2 days if we were actually still in. You can see by this, we sold 1 share on this day. Then we sold another share 2 days ago. So we are looking at roughly, we've missed out on a $10. We're looking for 2 shares. So 562, we're at 572, 564. So we'll just say $10 per share. So we're at a $20 difference. We're down $20 because of this price move. Now I'm not going to buy right back in because I want consolidation the next day. So we have many stocks that the price did go against us on the shares that we sold, and that's going to happen. It's not a big hit. It's not a big loss. It's better to be safe and stay alive with money in our bank, with money with a balance that we can continue to work with, than stocks that would typically just continue to go down. Another stock that we sold yesterday or the past several days was Meta. Yeah, we sold one day ago, and we sold another one 3 days ago. Because if you're new to my videos, I have 3 main alerts. One alert is when price moves in either direction across the fast moving average. Another alert for buy or sell is when price moves across the slow moving average in either direction. And the third is when we have a crossover of the moving averages, whether it's down or whether it's up. And on each of these triggers, it's an opportunity to sell 1 book. So for Meta, I would have 4 books, and each book would have 1 share each. Back here at earnings, I sold half of my books, which took me to 2 shares. Then on the 2 shares that I had previously purchased back here somewhere, price went up on us and we were able to sell at a fairly decent profit. Because on this candle, we had continuation of this price movement coming across the fast moving average. And then we sold yesterday because we had price move down. I didn't count this one as a cross. The candle has to be completely across the line like this. So we had an alert trigger to possibly sell Meta 2 days ago, but I wait for the continuation and downward movement, and we got that yesterday, so we sold. I will wait until price moves back up above the slow moving average to act as a trigger. And if we have continuation the next day on that, I will buy back into Meta. If Meta moves, when it moves back across the fast moving average, same thing. If on Monday this shoots past both, then I will possibly buy 2 shares. If the following day we have price continuation. All right, we're going to look at one more. And it's Lamb Research, LRCX. Similar situation. We had price move down. We had price trigger 2 days ago. We had a continuation yesterday. However, all of the shares that I only had 20 shares, were already purchased at a price higher than the price that was triggered at for a possible sale yesterday or 2 days ago. Now, if you notice today, I've already purchased 20 shares and sold 20 shares on this account, on the strategy that I'm doing, showing you my swing trading strategy on this particular account. I also day trade. Now, I record my swing trading videos because those are trades that if you don't take them on the day that you see the video, there might be a possibility of taking the trade the next day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days later, or even possibly a week later. I mean, here we had to move from May 23rd all the way to July 22nd. So we're looking at a 2-month move that you could have come in at some point in this move. Now, I'm hoping that you catch my videos every day and you see my trades and you consider taking them. That way, at some point in the future, you will be notified when I sell my stock, and you in turn can sell that particular stock. But I don't record my day trading activities. There's no way that I would be able to send out an alert to you and you would be able to make all of those trades that I make in a day. Like DraftKings, that today is a stock that I've been day trading today. I've already traded 36 shares of DraftKings today. We'll check out Hewlett Packard. That's another one that I've day traded today. And we're looking at 56 shares I've traded through today just on Hewlett Packard alone. And we'll look at one more, Hewlett Packard, HPE. And I've traded 56 shares of Hewlett Packard today. So that's the reason I do not record my day trading activities, because you wouldn't be able to follow them. You wouldn't be able to make the same purchases. That's why I do the swing trades. As you can see, when price moves usually crosses in one direction, we might have a move for several days. This one, if we would have sold out, of our shares somewhere around here. We would have bought somewhere back here. So we would have caught that profit, but then we would have lost part of the gain because it eventually just, pretty quickly just turned right around and went back up. And that's fine too. But at least I'm here showing you my trades, and if you choose to make some of the trades that I'm making and follow me, then I'm doing the work. You do whatever it is. You go to work all day, you come home, you have kids, take them to their sports practice, make dinner, work on the yard. At the end of the day, more than likely you don't have the hours of time available to do the research that you would need to make all of these trades. But I do. I love what I do. I enjoy it, and I want to be able to help you and help other people to possibly make money as well. So we're going to go back to the SPY chart. We're going to go back to that. Now, for those of you who've been following me, I've mentioned my day trading. I've mentioned that I trade 32 stocks. I pick 32 stocks at the beginning of the week, and hopefully they'll go up for that week. And I have a chart. I'll just show you that so you can see that particular chart come in, and I've got 32 charts. And it keeps me busy throughout the day. And here we go. And this is what I use to day trade. I basically do the same thing on the smaller time frame that I do on the daily, the time frame on the chart that I'm showing you on those crosses. I look for an opportunity to buy when this particular fast moving average crosses over the slow moving average. I'll look at that and see how big the move is, and then I'll expand out to see which direction. Most of these stocks are in an upward trend. And you can see the stocks that I day trade are the same stocks, if you've been following my video, are the same stocks that I use in my swing trading videos for you to be able to follow. I do have some stocks that I day trade that are part of another strategy. I have multiple strategies that I do on a daily basis through multiple accounts. But the overwhelming majority of the stocks here are part of that swing trading strategy that I record for you guys. But these 32 stocks keep me busy throughout the day, so let's just go ahead and go back to our previous chart. Day Tradestor. There we are. Expand that. All right, we'll take a look at our little activities for the day. We placed a sell order for Costco, and we did buy Hilton. So maybe if you're following me and if you owned Costco before, you might want to consider selling that. It might be in a downward trend. Take some profits if you're able to. And if you're thinking about buying Hilton, this might be a good opportunity for you to get in. We have on Hilton, we had a pretty good strong upward movement. We just recently had a fast moving average cross above the slow moving average about 4 days ago. And if you're following me and making some of these trades, please reach out. Let me know. I'd love to see your success as well. Okay, I was just looking over at my list and I see I had another page here and I missed a few more. So we're going to take a look at, go back to here. I'm going to look at Royal Caribbean. So CCL went up. So Royal Caribbean's also hit a trigger. They had a cross yesterday and a continuation today. So we will go ahead and purchase Royal Caribbean. I currently have no shares and I like to have 1 share in each book. So that's a total of 4 shares. So we're going to go to 3 plus 1 and we're going to purchase hopefully at 343.64. And we did. Our next one that we're going to look at is Booking Holdings. All right, so Bookings is BKNG. All right, we had a cross several days ago. We absolutely have price continuation. We have $5,439 available and is a $5,700 stock. So we are not able to buy that stock. So we'll move on to Kinsale, KNSL. This is a stock that we just sold out of several weeks ago. So if you go back and look at some previous videos, you'll see where I sold out of those stocks, making a small profit. We had price cross we had fast moving average cross our slow moving average 2 days ago. But the following day, we did not have price continuation, and we still don't have price continuation. So another one that is on our list to look at is Roku, ROKU. All right, so this one's looking a little bit better. We had our fast moving average cross our slow moving average 1, 2, 3 days ago. We did not have price continuation because price was much lower than this previous day's candle. However, we do have price continuation over the past 2 days. We are significantly higher. So we are going to purchase 4 books of Roku. I max out with 8 shares, so that's 2 shares per book. So we'll go to 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll purchase these hopefully at $93.88. Yes, we've got them, $93.88. So here we go. There's our 8. Again, if you are watching me and you're thinking about following me and you do not have the confidence to buy, definitely if you have the budget but you don't have the confidence to buy 8 shares, just buy 1. And if you don't have that budget, if you are unable to afford $94 for a Roku stock, you could purchase those through fractional shares through whatever broker you're using. If you're using Charles Schwab, that would be Schwab Slices. And you can purchase Roku and be a partial owner of a Roku with as little as $5 through fractional shares. I'm planning to make a video this weekend to explain what fractional shares are, but in the meantime, if you are new and you're watching this for the first time, and this is the first time you've heard of fractional shares, oh, that is the bell for end of day. It's now 4 o'clock. Today's trading session is done. But back to the fractional shares, you can just go online, type in Charles Schwab fractional shares, and I'm sure you'll be able to find some good educational videos that show you how to purchase fractional shares through Charles Schwab. So we'll go back to our activities list, update that since we did make a few more purchases. Again, we have a sell order for Costco. We did buy Hilton, we bought Royal Caribbean, and we bought Roku. So if you are following me, again, please feel free, reach out, leave a comment. So we now pull up our trading results for the day. And here are our results. So today's results on this new account is $448. And all of that is from my day trading activities. None of these were from anything that we really actually sold today within the swing trading strategy for the videos. This is all from my day trading activities. For the week in this new account, I've made $2,225 in the new account. And from the account that I had to close, and that is from, these are proceeds, realized gains from Monday and Tuesday. So that's $205. So we'll just round that down to 200. That's $2,430 is what I've made this week. Now, unlike the rest of the week, I was able to make so much money here, my day trading, compared to the rest of the week's day trades, because today was very active. We had a huge run, and when we have a huge run like that, stocks are moving up very fast, they're moving down very fast, they're going back up, they're going down, they're going up. But for the rest of this week, if you go back and look at the videos, the overwhelming majority of this money was made by my swing trading stocks. Just buying and holding and waiting until there's an opportunity when the fast moving average crosses below the slow moving average, or when prices fall below each average, to sell. So whether we held on to a stock for a week or two, or for a month or two, or in some cases 3 months, all of this money between these two, well, actually out of for the whole week, was actually from the swing trading strategy, in which I'm hoping that you may consider following. This is the overall performance from my previous account that I had closed. We were just shy of doing 6% better. Now for the current portfolio performance on the new account, which has been, I opened up on Tuesday and started trading on, we are performing just, we'll just round it down to 0.1% better. So we're still shy of performing 6% better than the S&P 500. So I'll close this out. So this is the S&P 500. This one will be the S&P 500 as well. So here we go. This is our account. Again, just shy of performing 6% better than the S&P 500 year to date. And I will have to show these for probably the remainder of the year somehow. But for each of these, again, 448 for the day, 22 for the week, plus this, so 24 for the week. So a pretty good week. So days where it's slow, like these days, not a lot of action on these days where I'm making much money either through the swing trading or the day trading. But days like this, even on days like this, when there is a lot of volatility and a lot of action, that's when I make money on my day trades. But I'm hoping that you watch my videos. I'm hoping that you consider becoming more of an investor, and you consider following some of my actually swing trades and not consider day trading. Day trading is highly volatile and extremely risky. But in order to inspire you and in order to help grow my channels, I have to show you what I'm doing. Not just show you the trades on the charts, but to show you the actual financial results. But if you are in the markets and you're not really a swing trader, you're just a buy and hold investor, you may want to consider swing trading. It's going to be very long bull run, most likely. Jay Powell he basically just possibly have lit a fuse. If you're not in the markets, now is as good a time as any to get in. All right, we made it to the end of the video today. Thanks for hanging in there with me. If you find this useful, please feel free to click that like, share, and subscribe button. I'd really love to help as many people out there that's looking for somebody that's trustworthy and can show them not only possible trades, but the process, so they might be able to take over in their own time and try to do this on their own. And with that, I hope you all had a great week. I hope you had a great day, and I hope you have an amazing weekend.